What's good? I already got a comment. It said, can't wait, man. I appreciate that. We are going to, like the title said, be messing around. Wow. I don't know what that is about. It's crazy. That's the first thing I see in the morning. So, I did promise everyone the, what am I trying to say here? I promised everyone the tutorial on how to kind of walk yourself through Azure. I haven't created the thumbnail yet, so I don't want to release it just yet. It's going to be released 12 o'clock Eastern Standard. Eastern Standard. So that's going to be what, another 7 hours from now. But I mean, it's all good, man. I think it's worth the wait. It was tough to edit. It's tough to edit a live stream. It's very tough because there was a lot of downtime in that one. Like that was a legit hour of downtime. So let's go ahead. Let me make sure I got the comments up. Now I'm gonna preface this by saying, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm learning. Like this is a learning experience. So just manage your expectations. And we'll be fine, I think. So with that said, let's go ahead and open our remote desktop. I guess you can go back to this video once. Okay, not the password. If you don't know what's going on though, and kind of run you a brief, kind of like brief way that we created. Yes. What? Okay, yeah, still here. So I can run you like briefly on, briefly through how we did this. So we created a free trial. So we still have it. I don't know how long the free trial lasts, but basically from there, we created a user. We created an admin user, made him global administrator. That's important. Pen tester path. Dang, man, that pen tester path looked like it was kind of expensive. So I didn't want to mess with that, but I might, now that I got your recommendation, I might mess with it. So let's look up. Actually, let's do it in our, this is our pen test VM. I think it's dope, man. I think it's dope to have this because I'm not using any resources at all. That's what I like about this. It's just a VM in the cloud. Now, eventually, at some point, I'm gonna have to pay, but it's a VM in the cloud. I'm not using any resources, so. So we do have a few, what do I want to say here? We do have a few commands we can run, like attacker commands already. If I can pull it up. Is he gonna get it? Yeah, I think it's getting it. Yeah, so this is one of those commands, and I'm just like speculating here. What's good, man? What's good? Can you please send your Active Directory notes? I can send you the notes I use for OSCP, but I'm gonna have to do that after the live stream. But just if you could find my email address on the notes video and just send me an email, I got you. Anyway, this command is the first attacker command that I've learned in a cloud environment. If you don't know, I'm trying to teach myself cloud because can't afford a cert right now. And I know that it's needed because at work, we've already been asked to assess a cloud environment, and it didn't go so well, in my opinion, because no one has any formal training. So we were kind of like Googling. Let me tell you something about Googling when you're researching. And I'm about to speak the obvious to a lot of people here. Googling is not the way to do it. You don't want to Google, just aimlessly Google. Now, if you know Google dorking, Google hacking, and things like that, then you're a little bit better off. But people write wrong stuff in articles all the time. And you show that to your boss and you convince them that it works, and then it doesn't. Now you're looking a little bit suspect. Git command. I wonder if that's in there. So if you don't know, I could teach you PowerShell, probably one of these videos, man. PowerShell is a fun language. It is a fun language. We'll see if we can get Bloodhound on this joint too, or Azure Bloodhound. But I'm just so excited about this. Like, this is crazy. It's good that Windows is allowing people to do this as well, because how else are, damn, that's a lot. Okay, we have to stop this. I thought that I was gonna get, can you guys hear me? Make sure you can hear me, because I know you probably can't hear me, probably too loud. Anyway, for Azure, I forgot what I was, oh yeah, for Microsoft, they should do this, because how else are security researchers going to learn about the vulnerabilities in Azure? Just not gonna learn. So yeah, that's kind of how you get a list of commands. It's kind of confusing there because you don't know which ones are the attacker commands and which ones are not. But the way that I see it is, you don't want to get overwhelmed. You definitely just want to handle business. That's what you got to think. Like, if you are, let's just say for somehow you land on a VM that belongs to your customer, if you land on a VM or they give you access, you want to start enumerating your way out so that you can connect your attacker tool to the VM. And the first way that you do that, and again, this is one of those things where I have to build a methodology as I learn, is you want to do get AZ public IP address so that you can attack this IP address and this IP address alone from your Kali or from your rig or whatever you have going on. But the thing about that too is, it says static. Is it static or just public? Oh, this is public. So this might be faulty here. You definitely want to go off of the, there is a thing in here. For cloud, this site is nuts. Okay, I just got a care package from my boy here. I'm gonna have to see about what he got. But that's kind of like, should be the first step if this is an actual pen test. Determine the public IP address. But then more importantly, I think you want to get, let's see if there's a git command, start DNS bar. Let's see if there's a DNS. Wow, it's so much, bro. So much to learn. Let me see if get Azure DNS works. Get Azure DNS. And if this does work, we're just gonna start a methodology like we normally do. Like we always do. Like we always do with this time. And again, if you just joining, I am a little bit late with the tutorial on how to build this lab, but I already got the video done. It just, it has to come out at 12 o'clock Central Time, because that's how the algorithm works or something like that. And they want me to, if I want to be a successful YouTuber, I gotta like be a good boy. So there you go. So, yep, just I'm about to check that out. See what you got here. But we will go ahead and start building a methodology for Microsoft Azure pen testing. We're gonna make it prettier than this. Actually, we don't want to do that. Just put that there, and then we'll say enumerates public IP. So I don't know. That's gonna be mad important. Like mad important. You just want to run. You really don't have to run. I don't know if you have to run all of that actually, but we're gonna get this and paste it. Man, I'm telling you, bro, it's so dope having my own VM in the cloud. Like there's so many. It just feels like there's a lot of resources dedicated to it. It's like it just feels like more resources. If I just had all my VMs like that, like I would just do straight cloud VMs. I know like Network Chuck has put out a bunch. Big thing bug bounties look for is a metadata file located in a pip address. Oh, can I send you the video, the notes video link? I can send it to you, but the thing about it is I'm gonna do you this solid, but after this, I'm gonna try to keep it focused on what we're doing here, so that we don't waste too much of the time. And you hear what I'm saying, I think. But I'm gonna do this solid for you. I just expect in the future, you know, like just being in this field, like you gotta hunt and you gotta find stuff. If that makes sense. Always be thirsty for the knowledge. So go out and get it, man. But that's a solid for you. Don't ask me to do anything else like that. All right. Not being mean, but it is what it is, bro. If you want something, you know, I can tell you kind of like the overall thing, but like when it comes to the technicals, you got to put in the footwork, man. You're welcome, dog. All right. So, yes, get public IP address is the first thing. And then we got a link. Which one was it? Is it public buckets? Is this it? Yes. Okay. Gray Hat Warfare. I'm gonna register. I hope it ain't like super expensive. Name. Let's go with this password. User. Oh, email. That's my email too. So you don't even have to look at the video. This is my email. How did you hear about us? Please be specific. I'm just gonna put Rodnet, bro. And then register. Confirmation email has been sent. I'm going to look at that off screen. But yeah, once this video is kind of done, like later on when, what are you talking about? Stop, don't do that. I already have an account. That's not my username. An advanced cross-platform tool that automates the process of detecting SQL injection. No, that's the wrong thing. Dang, what am I doing? All right, let's look at frequently asked questions. What is this, man? Wondering what is this site? Read the details how to search for open and their contents. Okay, we're gonna have to keep this on the back burner because eventually, unless we can go into this. So Azure calls them blobs. So that's good to know if you want to like be a, what's the word? If you want to be a competent pen tester, you got to start learning these terms. The terms are stupid. I believe they're stupid. Like I don't really agree with having separate terms per service because now you're just not being a good steward to information technology, but it is what it is. You just got to learn it. Shut up in color. So AWS calls them buckets, Azure calls them blobs, and then just understand that AWS, even though we're not going over AWS owns a significant chunk of the market share. So I think it's around like 60%. So it's more important to learn AWS than Azure. It's just we're going with Azure first because I think coming from regular Active Directory is good to move smooth straight into Azure Active Directory, if that makes sense. All right, so I have to learn about this tool or this thing here. Wondering what is this website? Read here. Okay, so we might have to save this one because I'm not really seeing any. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for Azure. So we'll keep moving, but this is definitely good to have. Let's look at the tool that I downloaded though called Microburst. I think it's Microburst Azure. So this is Microburst, and we already downloaded it in the tutorial, which again, it sucks that I'm doing part 2 before I even like publicly release part 1, but it is what it is. You know, this being a YouTuber ain't like all glitter and gold, man. Sometimes it absolutely sucks. And I'm telling you right now, editing that video sucked. And I had to, man, there was just so much. That was the longest. Let me stop complaining. If you want to simply blah, 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 recommended modules to install. So I installed both of these, so I'm good. Let's try this one first. Gathering passwords. Oh, so there's a get Azure passwords. What? Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, get AZ passwords. Get AZ passwords. I like that. Doesn't work either. Do I have to import the module again? Okay. I guess I got to import the module every time. But as you see here, it's going to import. And again, we're learning on the fly. So it's going to import AD microburst functions. And then it's going to do some other stuff. So definitely get used to these terms. Definitely get into this because this isn't the most fun thing that we're going to do on this channel, but it's the most futuristic thing. This is the thing that's going to keep you from being irrelevant. I'm gonna tell you right now, just like I said in the video 2 days ago, I have a fear of being irrelevant, and I would do some crazy things. I would do some crazy things to not be to keep being relevant. That doesn't work. None of that works. Which one? It didn't get. I guess it didn't. I don't know if we got. I don't think we got to do that. We could do it, but I mean, I don't think we have to do this. Let's try. Log in AZ account. Dang, bro. I'm getting nothing but blood. So one problem that we're gonna have learning cloud moving forward is they change commands a lot. Things change all the time. So we pick this and then put in the password. So right now, because we haven't done much setup, our scenario is going to just be basically pen testing our own VM. As we get, I'm probably going to have to end up paying for a little bit of space, but as we get more comfortable, we're either going to be attacking from either another cloud instance or getting another VM in Azure and then attacking from there. But you got to know, like, if you want to be a cloud pen tester, one thing you got to know is, first of all, there are strict exceptions as to what you can and can't attack. They're more strict than just regular, because there's a lot more going on. The cloud environment is obviously a shared environment. I don't even know if I have to even say that. We should all know that. But it's set up in a way where it's good that you have a public IP that you can just instantly get to. But if you don't know that, you might be approaching Microsoft resources and other people's instances. So it's super important to lock down an IP address and understand the number of VMs or number of virtualized objects that your customer has in there. And so I think, why is that doing that? Why does it want me to do that? You want me to put my password in? I mean, okay, I'm gonna have to do this off screen. I don't want to give out my phone number, even though a lot of people might already know it from my emails. That's cool, because that means you made a personal connection with me. So I don't care. It's just those guys that I don't care about. I don't. 5, 7. Oh, damn. Well, you got it now. Man, I hate Windows, bro. Done. Dang, showed it again. I hate Windows, man. Anyway, we should be. All right, so it's connected. Let's see if any of these work now. They don't. Let's see, get command star password. It probably changed, man. It says this works. Get Azure passwords. And for microburst. So we shouldn't get any passwords, but this is like one of those things. No active login. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of blood, man. It's gonna be a whole bunch of blood, I'm thinking, until we get this right. So what is it saying? Does not have an implication. Okay, so I'm thinking what's happening. I just logged in. That one doesn't work. Does not have an implementation. I think it's trying to do like, what do they call it? It's two-factor, but they're trying to do some PKI stuff in the background. But we're just gonna keep that command in our notes for now, so that we know that it exists. Passwords Let's do get AZ passwords. We just got to look for that to change. All right, what's next? So what I expect to happen now is, since we have a public IP, right? So we should be able to go into our Kali and start doing stuff to this thing. But I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know. I don't want to break the law here. That's the thing. For real. I don't want to break the law and start like scanning something I ain't supposed to scan, but so we're gonna try to take the most precautions to ensure that I'm not scanning like some other thing. It should be perfectly within the realms of the law for me to scan my own public IP, and that's it. So we should, while we're waiting, we should try to look up some like cloud pen testing rules or something. I don't know. I should just like honestly use this pen testing VM for everything. Like just go ahead and I should have probably looked at that last one. Okay. In many cases, the Microsoft Cloud uses shared infrastructure, so that's the key word there, to host your assets, blah, blah, blah. Care must be taken to limit all penetration tests to your assets and avoid unintended consequences to the other customers around you. Microsoft Cloud is defined as the following Microsoft products. So all of these products, yeah. Foreign security issues, whatever. Following activities are prohibited. Scanning or testing assets. Okay, we know that. Gaining access to any data. Okay, well, not wholly my own. It's going to be my customers. What are you talking about? Performing any kind of denial. We ain't doing that. Performing networking tests of fuzzing against any asset. Okay, yeah, we know that. Okay. Moving beyond proof of concept repro steps for infrastructure execution. Proving that you have sysadmin access with SQL injection is acceptable. Running command. Why is that not acceptable? Are you serious, right? Are you serious? Like, we can't do that? Moving beyond proof of concept repro steps. I don't even know what repro steps is for infrastructure execution issues. Okay. They're not telling me why. So, I mean, the thing is, it's like if this is activated on the server, then it's fair game, bro. I don't get that. Yep, nope. And then attempting phishing or other social engineering attacks against our employees. So they should clarify that a little bit. People are gonna like be confused there. Activities are encouraged. Create a small number of test accounts in our trial tenants for demonstrating improving cross-account or cross-tenant data access. So we might have to create more than one in the future. So we probably don't have to watch that. Prohibited to use one of these accounts to access the data of another customer account. Load test your application by generating traffic. Okay, so I want to talk about something else too, because a lot of pen testers might not get this concept. So I guess it's a teachable moment and a reviewable moment for me. I think it's called business logic. So as a pen tester, and you're hearing this from a non-pen tester, by the way, so take it with a grain of salt, bro. But business logic is just as important as testing for vulnerabilities. So this basically means, and let me just make sure that I don't talk incorrectly when I say this. 2, 3. How many years ago? Example is access. So with business logic, it may not necessarily be about getting in. It's about the like they're saying right here. Steps go 1, 2, and 3. So for example, if someone purchases, let's just say they purchase, I don't know, some headphones from a site, and instead of adding a shopping cart, putting in your credit card, buying it, and exiting the site, the customer puts it in their shopping cart and then instantly exits from the site. Things like that you wouldn't even think is your lane. Sorry. So that's one of the harsh realities of being a pen tester. Sometimes you will be asked to, a lot of times actually, you'll be asked to validate business logic. And you'd be like, well, that probably should be done in usability testing. Nah, bro. Yeah, business logic. So there are ways sometimes. There are what am I trying to say here? There are ways sometimes where you can break something during business logic and still get admin or whatever the case. One of the things that I have seen that fits in the realm of business logic is when you are you're a regular user and you go to reset your password, and you can break some logic there. If they have something silly set in there, you can break the logic to go straight to admin. So what I've seen specifically is you go to reset your password, but since and then you put in your what do they call those words? Those code words or whatever they call them. What do they call them now? Those secret words. But since admin doesn't have secret words, you just like break that. You kill that in the traffic. You just kill all of that secret word stuff, and then it'll authenticate as admin. Like silly stuff like that you would think would not be possible. So just understand that business logic is not always fun. Sometimes it is, but you're gonna have to pen test business logic as well. And these like a lot of people ask how to get into the field of pen testing, and it's stuff like this. Like they know when you show up to an interview, or when you send your application, when you send your application and your resume or whatever they call it in your country, when you send that stuff in, they already know that you've probably been on Try Hack Me, Hack the Box. You do it in your spare time because you're confident enough to send in a resume. You're confident enough to want a job. So now they're looking for a holistic, at least for you to have heard of some of these terms. One of these terms is business logic, and I'm telling you right now that super important. They think it's your job. I don't think it is, but I do know for a fact that pen testers have to deal with that. That is a long rant. Let's get back to this. Okay, so I want to see. It'll be probably good. Key vaults. No. Oh, that's what I was going to do. So I'm going to try to scan. So I expect when I scan this box for like the regular ports to not be open. So first let's ping it. 20, 2, 191, 85. It is not pinging. That sucks. Let's try our. I don't even know where we would get that from. I need my DNS name though. Let's go back to remote desktop. I need my DNS name. How do I get that? Let's try. And that's look up localhost. What are you talking about, bro? How do you get a DNS name, man? My brain is blanking out on me right now. I don't know. I'm gonna go straight to my Azure profile then. How about that? It's probably a way, but it's super early too. But it's probably a way to do it in this shit, man. 175.870. But yeah, here it is. I'm gonna tell you right now, like installing this stuff was a bit frustrating. I wouldn't say hard, but it was. Let me make sure I don't owe any money. Because I'm not paying, bro. Ain't even that type of party. Security info. It says that I have, so I think this is a free credit here. Yeah. I think that's a free credit. It's good that they do a pay-as-you-go thing. That's good because if I don't want to use it, just like kill it, right? And then when I want to use it again, just upgrade back or whatever. I don't know. Did I get the thing? Where is it? I can see myself getting really used to this interface. I can't lie. This is really clean. Microsoft is good. I don't want to say that. I was going to say Microsoft is really good at making clean interfaces to an extent. Microsoft is also good at making you like clicks and click a whole bunch of shit to get to like something simple. Let's ping. And this is going to be like the uncomfortable part if we have to go this route. Let's ping this. It doesn't ping. So how is that possible? But I have to remote. So I remote desktop, like my remote desktop is based off of this. But according to this thing, I can't ping it. Let's try my host PowerShell, not PowerPoint. Who is that peeping in my window? Nobody now. Oh. Okay, so I guess it doesn't ping for some reason. But let's see if that's my IP, because somehow it resolved. And that's what I don't get about. I had a long. Well, it was a professional argument, but I had an argument about how DNS works these days. I truly believe that it works a little bit different, because how would it know that IP if nothing else is going on? Where is it resolving if it's not pinging? Is it resolving first? Probably so. I don't know. Resolves the Google first and then it pings it, maybe. I don't know. That's probably what's happening actually. All right, let's go back to. Let's just double check. Because maybe what's going on is there's no ICMP, which is, I don't want to say common. Well, it probably is appropriate to say common. Not you. Yeah, so that's the right, it looks like. So let's see if we could do a, let's see if we can scan it, bro. So I'm going to just do a nmap-ss and then verbose sudo. And then we're going to go ahead and open this up here and see if we can start pen testing our lab here. The way that we know how to do it, right? Put in my password. Oh, yeah. So I have to do -pn because it's not responding to pings. Okay, so yeah, it's scanning it. Wow. Wow, bro. Let's do dash v dash. Of course, 3389 is open. I wonder if I have to put more services on it. If it doesn't come with like default services, I thought it would come with like a some kind of a admin console or admin. You probably have to enable that though too. So I don't know. I'm learning a lot though. How about we split horizontally and pen test this? Oh, that ain't gonna work. Let's not do that actually. Let's do nmap scsv. Damn, that scared me. Port 3389. And then all of this, because one thing that attackers could do is start enumerating things. It says it's filtered. That's actually good, I guess. That I can't get information about the network. You get it? Because it's like normally when I do that, I could get like the domain name or something like that. But that's all we're getting. That's all we're getting from pen testing it on the outside. Let's try to remote desktop and see what we get. And if this there's nothing here, then that means that there's absolutely no point. I learned in Hack the Box Academy about bypassing filter reports. Why don't we try that? Where did you learn that one? Is that in the Pen Tester Academy? Probably so, right? Because it's like, where is... What is it? Source port. Is it equals 53? Let's see. Okay. It wants me to do a sudo, I guess. That's what it's complaining about. And then THN. Oh, bro, you killed it. Yo, that's, man, you always coming in clutch, bro. Wow. Damn. That's crazy. Okay. I got something that's definitely in my playbook now. Thank you for that, man. That's Yo, you need to work ASAP, man. You need to work in this field ASAP. For real. Bro, fuck the bullshit, man. You need to get in this field ASAP. Man. Yo, I don't care what it is, who it is. Bro, I'm vouching for you 100%, man. That did it, bro. That took the cake. I definitely took the cake. Like stuff like that, bro. You don't understand how valuable that was to my video right here, man. I'm eternally grateful to you. Like that's crazy valuable. Wow. I'm just like I gotta just soak it all in first, man. Okay. So if you didn't know, and you're gonna walk through, if you do, yeah, man. All right, let me get my mind right. If you if you didn't see my live stream when I created the cloud environment last week, you could see, kind of a tutorial later on because it'll be released. But we created all of this stuff. Like, this is the actual name of the VM, obviously, because it's Pentest VM. But I just want to show you how significant that is in your first step, because maybe cloud is locked down to the point where you can't get in from the outside. That's fine. What do? Social engineering skills. You got to put those on. Now, obviously, there's two ways. There's a few ways, but if I were outside, if this were black box and I just got this, now I kind of know a little bit. I don't know too much because I'm not really supposed to have this, right? I'm just supposed to have the IP address, and I'm supposed to be able to resolve. I'm supposed to take this IP address and put it here, but regardless, we would have got the same result using the IP, but just understand that. Black box pen test, I wouldn't have this, right? But yeah, so now that I know the name of the VM, I can call and say, hello, I am company X working for your company, which is Y, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with the multi-factor authentication dealing with the VM. Could you just go ahead and tell me what that is really quick so we can get in and get out? And then, like, if it's a woman, I try to sound like super smooth, like super convincing, like put my debonair voice on. And then if it's a man, I'd be like, hey, man, it's a hard day, right, man? And then I'd probably be like, how about those Falcons or how about those Cowboys? Just to, like, move the conversation along. I would try to, I'm not an expert at this, but I would try to pace his conversation and just make sure that he isn't in a rush. And if I can't let his guard down, I wouldn't like continue to try, because you don't want to make anybody suspicious. But at the same time, I would definitely try my damnedest to like get him relaxed, and then a state of mind where he's sharing stuff. And I'd be like, hey man, this multi-factor authentication is kicking my ass, man. Could you just hook me over the bypass? I promise I'll be in and out. I'll be good to go. He'd be like, yeah, man, sure. That is this, and this. Boom, boom, boom. Whoop. I'm in, right? You got to be a pro. You got to be an expert at stuff like that. You can't just be like willy-nilly. You got to like actually think about your whole process. And then now you bypass that, and then you're in. You can get in with RDP or whatever the case, and that's how you get into. Probably that's how you get into your modern organizations. So we're gonna just act like we did that, and then now we're here. Game over. I wish I had my cloud account was somebody is hitting me up on Discord. I need to mute it. I wish I had my account set up even better than this. Azure create in Azure. So I'm not really like super good. Yeah, Azure Web App tutorial. We want to create a web app. And then from there, we're going to introduce vulnerabilities to that web app. I hope it's not like super hard to do that. Like, I hope I can just Google it. Azure Web App tutorial. I got to put in that enumeration thing, bro. Yeah, I already did, actually. I think even like, man, if I got off right now, bro, I got so much valuable information. Okay, I need to leave you alone. Gotta leave you alone. You know what I might end up doing is crowdsourcing or crowdfunding a pen test lab for subscribers. I probably should end up doing that. Depending on how it goes when we So we don't want to build a secure app, but we want to build an app. Oh, what is that? I don't know if I want to sit and watch a video. What is this, Google? This is the first and only time that I'm just going to be like, you know what, let's go to Bing. Azure Web App tutorial. She said, if I could, and if I could, but I gotta leave you alone. What is that? What am I looking at? Oh, okay. So that's good to know here. Let's close some of this stuff. This is good to know. So actually, like you see the graph, right? I don't know how to really explain the graph, but this is significant because if we attack the web app and we want to laterally move, is that the word that I want to use there? I don't know. If I attack the web app and I want to get like a shell on the web server, I would have to deal with this first, and I might be breaking the rules of engagement, which that's sad. But and then I don't know. It depends on what they mean by Azure Service Fabric, but what I think this probably means is this is a shared. These are shared resources, meaning that if your web app isn't using them, it probably reduces the amount of resources that you use. And then if you have another web app that is big, you're gaining resources, meaning that it's probably so dynamic to where if you try to get past the web app to the web server, it's likely that you're gonna hit a device that you shouldn't hit. But that's just speculation, but it's speculation because I feel like, why else is this here? Why is this here if this doesn't have anything to do with devices? I'm pretty sure it has to do with other devices, and you might be breaking the rules. But I didn't see anything like that in the actual rules, so I'm going to just assume that I'm being paranoid, and I'm still going to try this. Step by step, log into the Azure portal. Why do I want to do that, though? What's good, man? What's good, yo? I don't think I've ever seen your name in here before, unless you changed your name or something. If I have, I apologize, man. It's old man brain. Log into the Azure portal, click on create a resource, select a web from marketplace. Click on the web app name. So I think we could follow through with this. I just didn't want to do it from the portal. I wanted to do it from the actual. Development ASP.NET Core app to web app. We can deploy it to. What is that? I don't know what that means. Fill in the Azure description. Okay, so now it's starting to make sense. Oh, you usually just lurk. That's good, man. As long as you're kind of soaking up the knowledge here. I like to try to like be half and half. I try to like learn on this channel while actually, if I have any experiences, obviously I'm going to share them. Try to tell everybody though, like sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I say the wrong words, but I think that's a part of my personality. Just I expect if everyone like comes like as subscribers, you don't just have to listen to me, like you can contribute as well, because this channel really doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everyone. It's just that I am the one that's up here talking. So if it sounds like I'm wrong or whatever the case, we can talk about it, as long as like I like arguing over two things. If somebody's dead wrong, and if somebody's just slow and lame and not getting after it. Other than that, I think we could have a civilized discussion. So it's telling me once I don't know if I want to do this online. I don't know. Hopefully this is pretty fast. And hopefully they don't charge me for this. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So let's read this really quick. Auto scale. Azure promises 99.5% availability in its SLA service level agreement, I think, for web apps. In order to have a seamless experience for users, we can scale up or scale out or skip up the web app instances to support the load. That sounds mad suspect. I know you're blue team. I'm just wondering why won't you have blue team content and purple stuff? All right, so I'm gonna get back to this later because that is a good question. So there's two levels to that question. For one, I do this YouTube channel partially for my own training. So the way that my training goes, my self training is I need red team, I need pen testing knowledge so that when I go into work, I can. And I think you probably already heard me say this before, but I have the mentality for an attacker because unlike a pen tester, I have to know multiple ways in. So a pen tester may only need to know like one way in. I need to know 10 or more ways in, and my guys need to know that, and then we need to hunt based on all 10 ways. So I have to, my pen testing training needs to be on steroids if I want to be successful. Now, probably the other level of that question is, well, I still should do at least some blue team, what do you say? Some blue team content. I'm planning on doing a whole week of blue team stuff. I do need the following. I need a whole lab, or labs, like multiple labs. And I need that set up to a point where it's not going down. It's just totally reliable. And that includes a SIEM. And I've been trying to do Security Onion. It might not be that. I'm trying to do that. But I'm going to need like a Security Onion SIEM or something like that. I'm going to need to go ahead and take some time to set up Sysmon and logging and things like that. All doable. Like all of that stuff is doable. It is a lot less friendly. Like it's a lot less friendly than pen testing though. Like for pen testing, I could just simply load up Hack the Box, simply load up Try Hack Me. If I'm doing blue team stuff, I already have to run the attacker scenario. I have to know all of the artifacts that I'm leaving behind. And I have to do that and teach in a way that I don't reveal my company's secrets. So it is a lot more complicated. It is coming, but that stuff takes a lot of planning to make sure that I'm giving the most that I can without putting any cost on my organization. Long story short, it is a lot harder to train blue than red for two reasons. The resources required, and just sometimes blue is just mad boring. And it's not fun. So yeah, that's a challenge, but trust me, I think about it all the time. And I do want a solution to that. Long ass rant, but basically, long story short, blue is a lot harder to train. It's a lot harder to keep people's attention with blue, but that's not going to stop me. It's just going to be a thing in the back of my mind when I start doing that. I can't give blue advice. It's just, again, there's a balance there. I have to make sure that, I think you get it. There's a balance there. I can tell you how I catch the red team. Definitely can tell you that. I can tell you how I catch the red team. I can tell you how I bridge the information over. I can tell you a lot. It's just walking on eggshells. I always have like this gas in the morning. Stuff like that, man. Anyway, I'm gonna try to build this web app, and then if it doesn't work, if it gets too lame, I'm just gonna stop. Can I do it from here? I think I can. I see that they ask IPSec for a lot of blue team stuff as well. So IPSec did a video, and I'm gonna shout him out because he knows what he's talking about. Even though I do believe that at some point I'm going, my channel is gonna be, and him and all of the other ones, right? Channel's gonna be much more successful. It's just, it is what it is. IPSec is not the only one I'm targeting. It's everybody. So it's gonna be like, my channel's gonna exceed all of these guys, and I just need y'all to know that, because one thing about it is this channel is yours. It's not driven by me. Everything that I do is driven by user demand and what you guys want. That's why there's so many live streams, because it's on the backbone of what the people want versus what I want. So that alone with my definite purpose, is going to make this channel exceed anyone else's channel. Where was I going with that? Oh, I was going to show you a video from IPSec that I highly recommend for blue teamers. And it's not none of this new stuff that he's been doing. Although this is not, it's not bad stuff, but it's not where you're going to, it's not where you're going to get the most. There's one video where you're going to get the most out of. Where are you? Let's just put it up here. I don't see it. Maybe he hit it. Manually parse. He probably hit it or something. I don't feel like going through all these videos, bro. Dang, bro. This is not fun. I need to look at that again. This is okay. This is kind of a start. You need to kind of know about that, because this is, even though this is still red team stuff, I need to know about that. But these two are not the ones that I'm talking about. And I didn't see it. Why didn't I see it? Where are you? Stream test phone hub. Okay, you might have to find it yourself. I'm just going to explain the video then. How about that? Detecting exploits. Yeah, I can't find it, bro. This is trash. Anyway, he has a video where he just straight up installs a whole. He basically, in a nutshell, what he does is he builds a lab, or so to speak, and the lab is I think he called it securing web apps, or securing something. Securing web apps. Yes, this one. This is probably the most powerful blue team thing you're gonna watch by far. And a lot, if you watch it, you're probably like, what is he talking about? No, it's not. Yes, it is. And the reason is, where's my comments? I lost my. The reason it is because this is how modern organizations set up things. So in this video, he's going to install a reverse proxy, which is huge. And that stops a lot of the stuff that we do when we're practicing pen testing. So not only is he going to install that, but he's going to install like he's going to install two-factor authentication between him and the web app. That's huge too, because you can't just like scan that and get in. So those are the two big ones that he does. Like, the third thing that he does is, once he creates he simulates creating I'm explaining it wrong, a public facing service, and then he blocks the appropriate ports on the firewall. And you have to know that people are doing all of these things while you're on an assessment, so that you know that you can't just look for that stuff, because people already know it. That's poorly explained. Long story short, the things that he's doing in this video are up-to-date practices. They're up-to-date practices. They call these practices that he's doing, what do they call it? Defense in depth. Now, he's not doing everything in defense in depth, but the principles here, the defense in depth principles here are like the top ones. And if you're a pen tester and you go up against a organization that's using defense in depth or something similar to that, let's Google that really quick. Then you're not getting in, bro. You're not getting in. Conversely, if you are a blue teamer and you don't know what the customer has for defense in depth, you might just be hunting things that are irrelevant that the attacker can't attack, right? Who would I say are the best people that I learned from? Oh man. So I'll give you a blue team list and a red team list. Blue team list, I would definitely 100% say that was trial and error. That was going into work. First of all, it was going into work and nobody giving me a chance at first, because it worked in a way where they were only sending their best on operations and assessments. And I had to force myself to read and be relevant to go out. So blue team wise, I would definitely say like people not giving me a chance and me just wanting a chance. So asking every single person that I can think of for a little bit of advice. And then when people saw that I was serious, it was kind of too late to try to be my mentor, because I was my own mentor in the blue space. Red space, I would definitely say I have a friend. He is, I don't know if I can link him or whatever. Twitter. He's not really like a big known YouTube personality, but I learned a lot from this cat. That's not it. I don't even know if he's comfortable with me putting his stuff out, but here he is. Yeah, I learned a lot from this guy. He don't have no picture or nothing, but he was what am I trying to say here? He used to work for me. He used to work with me. I actually used to work for him. He was our my manager, but he was probably the most technical manager that I could ever think of by far. Like he was, even though he would manage, he would come down and he would get on the keyboard with us and he would hunt with us. And I used to feel in my head, I'm like, bro, how you got time for managing and being a threat hunter? So that made me want to get like twice as good as him. And he ended up getting another job at some point, and he worked strictly red team stuff. He was like kind of their leader, and he did that for a while, and he did it really well. And he did a lot of conferences and things like that. And then from there, he switched to where he works for. I'm not going to reveal his company's new name, but it is a very, very famous financial company. And he's like one of the senior managers there. That's probably like the most unknown. Like I know nobody a lot of people don't know him, but I just had to shout him out because like he was the man. He still is the man. People that people know though. Let's if we're sticking with only YouTube, of course, IPSec for a lot of it. And even though IPSec is dope with his skills, I had to realize that I learn best by reading and doing. I don't learn well watching videos at all. If I'm watching a video, I'm probably going to be watching for admiration. But IPSec will probably be it. If someone really asked me this question, I would lead them to more of a site. And I would lead them to hack the box and try hack me. Would be those two. IPSec would definitely be if I had a personality to name on YouTube. I don't think anybody else would even. Let me just double check that though. They're smaller YouTubers as well. But it's just bits and pieces from them. IPSec will probably be by far the biggest source. And I know you were looking for a better answer than that. It's either IPSec or doing it on my own. Like for reals. Oh, Rodnet would probably be like, I would probably put him like his potential. You probably seen him commenting and stuff like that. His potential and stuff like that. I'm super excited, like about our future, about working with him. I would say that if I knew him, if I had knew him when IPSec started popping off, like we'd probably be that dude, man. Because like some of the gems that he drops in this, like these live chats, I'd be like, man, dang. Like the one he just dropped today. So yeah, crazy question. Yeah, most of it is getting it on your own, because you want, I think at the end of the day, you learn something and you apply it, you want that confidence to say, yo, I did that and I proved that it worked. Definitely want that. Portal, Azure. I gotta get off soon in about 15 minutes. Portal, Azure.com. That's a good question, man. What is my thing? I don't know. So I'm gonna have to leave this. I appreciate that question, because those questions kind of drive the videos. I always say that, but you had to hear it over and over again, because that's how I am. App services. Is this it? Create an app service? Or am I just like... Hopefully it's easy. So, what is this? So I'll tell you as another like kind of... as a gem, and like another gem, I'll tell you that attackers and APTs, they use Microsoft Azure as redirectors. If you don't know what a redirector is, in your C2, you have, let's just say you have three things, right? You have these three things, right? You have the attacker, which is, I guess, blue sussy Baka here. And then you have your team server, which is in the middle. And then you have your victim. Well, a redirector is just a bunch of team servers. So you have your attacker, team server, 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 then victim. So some people call them redirectors. Some people call them team servers. I mean, it's really all the same. I think probably not really all the same now that I think about it. Team server would have more functionality. A redirector just is more of a dumb switch. But they kind of still serve the same purpose, in that their purpose is to, if I am a defender or a threat hunter and I want to see what IP just hit me, the first thing that I'm going to likely hit is a redirector, because the attacker is trying to hide their ass. So they don't want to attack me from their server. I know that's super simple for a lot of people, but it has to be explained so everybody's on the same page. Now that that's out of the way, though, you can create that redirector using a web app easily. I'm not going to do that here. I'd have to pull up some slides, but it's super easy. All right. Static web app. Oh, should we do a container? I just want something to be... I don't want to have to build it. Let's do PHP, but we don't want to do a... You want that to... Oh, we get to do Linux, bro. That's pretty cool. So what is it gonna do? Is it gonna like create a VM for me? If it does, that'll be good. Actually, I think it is. I'm looking at this. This looks familiar, bro. This definitely looks familiar. So I'm probably gonna get deep into that question, because I think this is gonna take like 30 minutes or something. So I'm probably gonna get deep into that question. And if you wanna like kind of like more of a holistic, why am I saying that word? More of a, I guess, a deeper view. I had a video two days ago. I don't know if you watched it or not. Kind of get into my day. Oh, let me see. What are you doing here? I hope this is free. I hope they don't charge me. So if I could do this, then what I'll do is I'll set up like a simple HTTP web server and then just put like a page on there or something, and then we could kind of hack that. Just to I hope this doesn't take 30 minutes though. That's the thing. All right. So I may not be able to deliver on the promise of the video, depending on how long this takes, but maximum I'm going to probably be on live stream another 12 minutes, and then I'm gonna get off at 6:30 Central. Now, to answer your question though, my day looks like I get up at, oh, it's good. Yes, thank you. I get up at Azure has a free trial. So they give you like $250 free to like run your stuff. So I get up at, what is the time I get up? I get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, and then get on live stream at 5. I'm usually done with my live stream maybe 6:30. Then it's probably a workout, breakfast, and things like that, fooling with the sun, and then I go into work. As far as my work day, how that goes, I work for a special department in my organization. So there's threat hunters, kind of like sales or teams or departments, and then we're kind of like over all of them, if that makes sense. It's weird because most of my guys, except a few of them, most of my guys though are they're on par with everyone else, but for some reason we have kind of an elevated role. We got a few people like me in there, but generally how it is. So I come into work and stuff like that. We generally have a meeting, which I detest, but I know that we need them. I know that we need them at least right now. I want to be an owner, bro. Select members, down main, select. I think it's review and assign. So I come in and we have a meeting. First thing we have is a meeting. And from there, I kind of immediately, if I don't have anything immediately on my plate, the first thing that I'm going to do is research threat intelligence. So I'm going to just check every site that I know to make sure that I am not behind on what attackers are doing these days. But generally, I could just go ahead and start hunting, depending on what we have. And I could do that into lunch. We also are in the business of pushing defensive cyber operations forward. So how we do that, or like we like to invent a lot of tools, a lot of solutions and things like that our customers can use. And so we're generally on those projects. Right now, though, I'll tell you, I am training a lot of people. So my days right now are standing up in front of people and teaching them and bird feeding them, which I got my problems with that a little bit too. Not necessarily the opportunity, but I don't want to be a leader over anyone unless people want me to be a leader over people. What does that mean? Like, I don't want anyone to just like accept what I'm saying just because I have an OSCP or just because I have experience. I want people to actually say, hey, we want you to teach us. Then it's different because that trust is there. But when my boss says something like, hey, you will teach these people, although I'm down with it and it's a good opportunity, I would rather be accepted by the people first than having to prove why I belong in front of them. But it is an unfortunate reality of working. But that's in the perfect world, that's how it would be. Anyway, so I take lunch, come back, probably finish out my day. I've been getting off work a little bit early, but generally it's a 9 to 5 and getting off work. Getting off work a little bit early to handle some personal stuff. And then I get home and just do regular family stuff. That's the day in the life, basically. Waiting in traffic, stuff like that. And Rodnett already knows, you probably already know as well if you watch a lot of my stuff, is I have to get up early in the morning because this is the only part of my day that's not chaotic. Once 7:30 hits, it's just going to be, there's no way that I can get back in here and do a video or anything like that because it's crazy. Let's look at this. I think you go back. I think I'm learning this thing a little bit. You go here and then you go to see all. No. What? I don't know. I just lost my web app. But if we can find that web app, what we could do is we could just put we could just do a Python server and we could just put a small little page on there and put like some kind of weak authentication on it, and then that'll be like our start, right? But I can't seem to remember where I put that. Man, I appreciate the question again, man. I'm gonna say that every time somebody asks a question because you just need to hear it. I don't care. I don't care if I get annoying. Deployment slots, activity log. That should definitely take me where I need to be. Update website. Okay, that's good. My question is, where is the website? How can I access it? Ooh, 23 days. So this is good. You got 23 days to have your own Azure pen testing lab. And again, the video is going to come out later on today. I can't release it right now because of the YouTube algorithm. They don't want me to do certain stuff. I could still do it. It's just that I just want to get the most. Y'all get it. Why do I re-explain shit? Events. Oh, I need to lock down on this. Really pay attention to what I'm doing. So I just created. Here it is. Start. Yes. What are you doing? It says stop. I think this is it. I think we did it. I don't see anything popping up. Authentication. We don't need that. Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Oh man, they bugging now. They doing too much. We don't want that. We just want something simple. It's like it's easy, but it's hard. Drop my Twitter. So I think my Twitter is the damn main. I don't have a lot of subscribers because Twitter is, or followers, because Twitter is excessively toxic, bro. Let me tell you some of the toxic things about Twitter. You probably already agree. Is I don't know. When people tweet, man, there's not a lot of thought that goes behind it. I try to put thought into what I tweet. You know, is what I try to do, but you know, whatever. I think I'm the last of a dying breed, man. For real. Because when people tweet, sometimes it's like people don't really put thought. First of all, they don't put thought into whether the tweet is accurate. And then even if it is accurate, sometimes it's what's the word I'm looking for? I have FTP. That's dope. Dang, I have a lot. The what am I trying to say here? The tweet is it's overrated. Like they're doing too much. Like it's not even that serious. But just because it deals with cybersecurity or something like that, it's more your web app is running and waiting for your content. We're having content yet if you're already deployed. Okay. Get published profile, maybe? I don't know. No, that's not it. So it was supposed to let me. That's SSH and then his joint. So this thing was supposed to let me. Any data outside home is not persisted. Then what's the point? Oh, because the site is here. Site. I don't really know a lot about web app development, so please do not judge me, bro. If I do something like totally corny, like you can't judge me. Is this the page that they're talking about? Pew page source. Is this the page they're talking about? Let's see. Let's see. Cats hosting start. Okay, so this is the site that's being hosted. Oh, so we got it. So all we have to do now is go to like a GitHub, and then can we just do like vulnerable HTML page or PHP page? Because I don't want to have to build it. Can we do that? But I don't want the whole app though. I just need to like the. Oh yeah, you already judged, bro. Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure like when I say don't judge me, people be like, oh, let's see what this mofo about to do. I know Rodnet's judged me plenty of times. I know I pulled something. I can't remember what it was last week. I don't know what it was, but he was like, you might want to take the video down. It's like, nah. I might leave it up. I think I actually did leave that video up. Whew, I tell people all the time, yo, a little bit of embarrassment is all you need to learn. If you got a little bit of embarrassment in there, you're never gonna forget it. Let me see what I want to do. So it did just caution me, like, right? Like if I put something in here and it's vulnerable, then it might get compromised by like China or somebody. I don't know. Like for real. Sheesh. So I don't know what I want to do here. I could how do you do like GitHub and username password form? There is my camera. I hope this is good. So I'm gonna probably put this on my web app, and then if this works, I'm gonna call it a day. I have creating realistic vulnerabilities in our Azure pen test lab, but I have to think about that now that I just read this little blurb about it. I have an AC adapter. I need to go ahead and put that on my camera. Anyway, I need to think about putting vulnerabilities on my Azure instance because I don't want it to get compromised. For real, I want me to be the only person that can compromise it. So I have to think about that. But we are going to do at least something here. What's up? Does your camera turn off at 6:30? You would think, man. Nah, the batteries only last so long. But you would think, because it seems like it's like clockwork. Man, stop playing with me. It also doesn't play well with my live streaming software, which is OBS. Didn't play well at all. There it is. Oh, don't turn off. There you go. Back on. All right. So what is that? That's like some old stuff. Actually, I need to like do my circle thing. Boom. What? Boom. I'm doing this like at the very end. What? No. Damn. Close. All right. So I'm gonna be on this just just a few more minutes. Okay. So this is exactly what I want. I don't got time to relearn SSH. I don't have time to relearn HTML index.html. Paste. Boom. Oh, I love colorful Vim. Like, there's nothing more attractive to my eyes than colorful Vim. That's beautiful. This is beautiful. I love it. I can't even lie to you, man. I love colorful Vim. There's nothing that brightens my day more than that. All right, so we got to get rid of this other thing. We're going to move hosting start to, damn, this is very responsive. I love this. Azure. All right, so if we refresh this page now, we should get ours. Boom, we got it. Please enter username and password. Now, this isn't going to go anywhere. But, you know, we can do like stuff like that. But just bear in mind, again, that anybody could access the site. So we just got to be careful with that. You say you got to go? Oh, my bad. Yeah. I appreciate you stopping by, though, man. Thank you. You guys know that you guys drive the conversation. I'm going to be out in a few more minutes as well. I just wanted to show everyone that it's super dope to mess with Azure, and it's super dope to like put your own stuff on here. We're gonna have to start being careful though, because again, we don't want. I mean, there's really nothing to compromise, right? But I still don't want. I wouldn't want to be the way in that and end up imposing costs on Microsoft or anybody else that's using Azure. So we definitely want to be good stewards while we do invent our vulnerabilities. But I'm going to give myself a way in that only I know, probably in the next video next week. Stick around for today. I know like a lot of you guys will probably be asleep, but I'm putting out the tutorial that'll allow you to get at least to where you have a Azure environment. And then I'm going to try to make a link or some kind of thing that where you can get from here to my Azure instance. And I want to actually make it make sense too. So that's coming soon. Riding that is always good, bro. I appreciate you stopping by again, bro. I'm guessing you're going to do 365 days with me. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm going the whole year, the whole 365. And then maybe my wife will convince me to take a break or something. I don't know. Asia, what? Did I miss something? Hopefully it didn't. Today is Wednesday. I don't know. I don't think I was supposed to be anymore. All right, yo. Y'all be